Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to explain how to transfer a data from through an API in our Spring projects. Okay, this is my project to explain how to transfer a data. In this project I'm going to write a code. By this is the default package provided by the spring.io.initializer. So I have to create, right? I want to create a controller. So I want to create package dot controller. Okay, just I am going to finish, and after control package I have to create a class. So new class like basic. I'm going to explain basic details of the REST API how to transfer a data. So that's why I'm going to give a name called basic controller. Okay, going to finish. Okay, it will take some time. Still loading. Okay, okay, I got it. If you want to make a class as a REST controller, you have to provide a annotation called REST controller annotation. This indicates your class is a controller class. Okay, if you want to give a endpoint for a particular classes, so there is another annotation called request mapping. So using request mapping annotation you can define a different classes as a different endpoint, individual endpoint for a different classes. So in this way I'm going to give as endpoint as basic. So basic, whatever the URL a incoming request URL as a endpoint as a basic, all those requests will call this class. Okay, okay, I'm going with next. Okay, I want to pass a string in a URL. So there is two different way to pass a data, string data. So I want to create, want to write a method. So that method I want to pass a string. Okay, public. I want to return type string. That passing string I want to return that value. Okay, and get string method name. Okay, there is a annotation called request request param request param. So in this annotation we can path variable and request param. There is two annotation is there to pass a string. So I am using request param. So for better whatever it is. Okay, okay, I want to print and also returning that string. So I want to know that, right? String value plus str and returning that string. Okay, so in this way I write a method called get string using request param. So in this way I'm get a string value in the URL. So I want to define a different endpoint for this method. So there is a and method string REST API method. So in this way I'm going to define a method get mapping. So in this is the method called get. If you want to post method, so just simple post mapping. So in this way you can change the method by using annotation. So in for this method I'm going to giving a get mapping. Okay, and also you can define the endpoint for a different methods. So for this method I'm giving a endpoint as string str, simple. I'm not getting any difficult. And I import an unused package. So if I want to delete that, shift control O, so it automatically delete the unused packages. Okay, and control save. Okay, I will run this program, basic program. Let me see it's working correct or not. Okay, for to run this program, left click and go run as Maven build. So in this way you can run a Spring application. Clean, you have to clean an application every time you going to run. Okay, so this standard way, if you don't want to clean, not if you didn't clean the project, Spring Boot project, so it will sometimes it will show you some issues. So I suggest you to clean every time you going to run the Spring Boot application. And spring colon boot run, this is the command to run an Spring Boot application, and skip the test case. So it will require some time for basic running our application. We don't have to run test cases, so it's not necessary. Okay, let's start. Changed the server port number, so this project is running on 8085 port number. Where I changed, if you ask a question, if you ask the question for me, where did you change that port number? Okay, see, is showing 8085. The port number is Tomcat on port number 8085. I will going here. I am showing you that where did I change that port number here. Server dot port is equal to 8085. So in this way we can configure the server port numbers. Okay, it is running right now. I'm going to Postman, and you can place you use if you want to create and gather some API endpoints at a one place. You're going to create a new collection. I already created a new collection in here, basic details in that string. Okay, I will, this is the endpoint for this to enter a class, and last string is to enter a method. In here, params, request param, I use a annotation called request param. So in this way I have to give an value to those string values. So param name is str, the value is, I, one second guys. Okay. Okay, string value is am string. I'm going to send this request. Okay, I'm going to give a value called m string value. Okay, I'm going to send the request. See, I'm getting that passing, I'm passing in URL, I'm a string value. I'm getting here response body, so I'm returning that value, and also I'm getting here string is equal to m string val. Okay, this is how to use at the rate at annotation at the rate request param. Okay, now I'm going to use at the rate request body. Public for request body means it will consider as a object. If you want to pass an object, you have to use at the rate request body. So object I have to create, right, to pass an object. So here I'm going to create a new package dot pojo. If in IT standards, if you want to create a object, you have to provide in pojo package. So that's why I'm use pojo. Okay, In Pojo I'm going to create a class car. I use car object. Finish. Okay. I use I use int by selecting the Spring Boot application in spring.io initializer website. I selected Lambok dependency. So using of Lambok, we don't have to use getter setter constructors in object. So using data annotation Lambok, it shows, see here, import Lambok data. So we don't have to use getter setters for a object. So directly use string car name for the car, and string price of the car. So save it. I use dev tool in spring.io initializer. Using the usage of dev tool is auto restart. I don't have to restart every time when I change the code. So in this way it automatically restarted. So in here spring dot, I want to return an object. I can return in object, and there is a in spring there is a class called response response entity. So using response entity also I can return a object. So it is a generic method. So type T is called car. So with if you want to return a book object, it will not accept it because I use generic method as a car type. You can't other than other object, you can't return it. Okay. Okay, get car, method name is car at the rate request body. So when you are using your object in parameter, so in that you must and should you have to use at the rate request body. Car type is car, and car is a reference name. Okay, in this way I have to print it. So let's see out car car object obj, just enough, plus car. So I'm printing car. I want to return, right? In return type is response entity. So in this way I have to create an object of response entity. Return response entity. I have to use new keyword, so I want to create it, right? So in this way I have to use car type. So in here I use car type, so in here also I have to use car type. So in this way I have it will hex a parameter called two two parameter. One the object, and another one is http status code. So in this way car object is created. I want to tell that. So in this way I use http status dot created. So in this way I am going to tell that the car object is created. I am going to save. So showing an error because it is not imported. Okay, now I got imported. I am going to save the project. It automatically restarted. I am going here. I want to mention the endpoint, right, for this method. Okay, I'm going to mention the endpoint called get mapping. You can give post mapping also, it's not a big deal. And I'm using to car or obj. Let's save it. Project is restarted. Obj, I am going here. Obj, I already created a request, and endpoint is obj. Basic for class, it will, if I use this URL, it will go to the class, it will not go or call a method, because I specifically am saying that if the endpoint is string, only in that time you have to enter this method, otherwise you don't have to enter this method. Okay, so I want to enter this method, get car method, so that the URL endpoint must be a obj slash obj. So here I'm going to obj. Okay, the name is BMW, price is 20L. This is how we have to provide a body in JSON method. So this is a JSON method, so I'm going to explain first. Starting, you have to select a body. After that you have to select, there are so many is there, so you have to select raw, and then you have to select JSON. After that, it it must, if you using first time, it will be empty. So in this way you have to provide a body, and then hit a see BMW 20 lakh L, and I'm going to change this to which one I want to give. Car name is I mm, just car name. Okay, this is one, this is the car name, is car name, the price is 20L. Okay, yeah, see here I'm getting the response from that the method is returning. So the returning type is response entity, it is a type that is returning a car generic type, and status code is created. I will show you here, the status code is created. See, I can send to error. See, even though car object is created, I will uh, let me see what are the methods are available. Yeah, these are the methods are inbuilt is available. Okay, which one have to give for? Okay, exception failed status code. I'm going to return this HTTP status. Okay, I'm going to save. Automatically it will restart. And in Postman, see, even though object is created, the status code will be changed. See, 407 exception failed. Okay, this is how you can customize, modify the response body. Okay, now I'm going to, as usual, I'm going to change to create. Okay, I'm going to save it. So if you want to transfer a data, that data must be an nested object. So I'm going to say that the car object containing the engine object. So in this way you can nested the data. Okay, I'm going to car object, the car object containing a object called engine engine. Okay, so click on, okay, by internal it going to engine inbuilt method. Okay, I want to create it, copy. In Pojo class I'm going to create a engine class, engine, finish. That engine, if you don't want to write a getter setters, so you have to override data annotation, so you don't have to do that so stuffs. Okay, in engine I'm going to give a engine name, um, this enough. Okay, save. In car, that containing a engine object, so it's already running in here. I'm going to how to embedded the object inside the object. So that's simple, comma, open flower bracket, name. double quote, name is equal to engine name BMW. BMW, that car name, I'm going to change this car name also. Car name is Tesla. Okay, BMW, engine containing BMW car. Okay, in here engine. Okay, just save, shoot it. See, it returning only BMW 20L. Why? Because see, it returning only BMW because I am not saved the car object. See, star mark. Star mark means it is not saved. Un Unchanged data is not saved. Okay, I'm going to save this and it will restart again. I'm going here, send the request. See, eng is equal to null because the name I given here eng, but in JSON I'm going to given a name called name. So in that way it is not getting mapped to engine and name. So in this I am changed to inch, it will get, still I am getting error. Okay, I got it. The engine data class path, it is not even imported. Okay, okay, I'm just, why it is not even in engine, it going the internal engine object. So that's why I'm not even able to. Okay, I mean by myself I'm going to adding that package. Pojo Pojo dot engine. Okay, I'm going to save. Let's see it's gonna work or not. Still it is not even working. I want to change the name engines. I'm going to change the name here. Alt Shift R to change a name. Okay, by default it will going to change all engines name. Continue. Okay, it's changed. Engines, remove unused import. Okay, is not even necessary. Control Shift O, type is showing engines Pojo. Okay, I added the data. Let me see where it goes. Engines, enter, control click, or okay, now it is going work. Send, still. Okay, let's see how it goes. And I change engine, that name is present in the car object. See, eng and inside that object name is equal to BMW engine name. I am going to send the request BMW 20 BMW engine name. This how we can embed a object inside an object. Okay, now I'm going to show you that how to embed a array in object. Let me see how to do it. Okay, let me take a data type called int int array. Array name is error. I'm going to save it. In postman I have to give a comma, after that double quote. That array reference name is to, I'm using hint data type, so I don't have to use double quote anymore. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Let me see how it goes. I giving okay. See, this is how we can pass an array in a JSON format. Yeah. Okay guys, this is all about how to transfer a data in a JSON. This is all about I want to explain in this video. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.